Hello, I'm Tony Trigwell-Jones. I'm both the director of Arlington Arts Centre and I'm also one of the directors of Newbury Youth Theatre. I've been at Arlington Arts now since January 2007, so we're getting on for almost exactly 7 years now. And as Newbury Youth Theatre, I've sort of on and off really since 2001. So about 13 years. When I was 7, my teacher at primary school told my mother that I should go to drama classes because I read a book out to my whole class when I was 7. And that's, they kind of didn't do that, my parents. We don't talk now. No, we don't. And that seed was sort of planted then. I didn't really do much about it because we I think 2 years after we relocated to another part of the country. We moved down into Essex, into Southend-on-Sea in Essex. I went to a grammar school for boys in Southend, and they don't do drama at that particular school. So I started to do after-school clubs, productions of books of my own, that sort of thing. And you just kind of get into those after-school clubs. You get experience in making theatre. I was very lucky. I firmly believe that you meet inspirational people at the right points in your life. And when I was 14, I started going to the Link Youth Theatre at the Palace Theatre in Westcliff. And there was a man there who I found very inspiring. He was kind of very intelligent, knew a lot about theatre and about practitioners and stuff like that. So I became really interested, not just in being on stage and dancing and larking about, it all being about me, but actually about studying it and about craft and about sort of political ideas and about Brecht and stuff like that. I got really, really into that. And so I thought, well, I want to do this. And my school didn't do it at A-level, so I went to college to do BTEC, followed by, I took a year out and did an entry course called Entry to Performing Arts, which was for mature students. I was at the lower end of mature, having just finished an A-level BTEC course, so I was literally just 19. And we created a production of the Mansard and toured that to local schools, colleges and theatres for 6 months, which are all around Essex and kind of sort of further up north and further down south into Kent as well. And I played Jean-Paul Marat, that was very good. I wasn't very good, it was very good, I should add. And then I went to university. I went to Dartington College of Arts, where I studied performance writing. And then ended up in Newbury, working here at the Corn Exchange, on the bar. And this is where the persistence comes in, working on the bar. And then some hours come up on the box office, so I shared box office and bar. And then some hours come up on the cafe, so I did bar, cafe, box office. And then more hours come up on the box office, and more on the box office, so I just did box office and bar again. And then I got some marketing jobs while I was on the box office. So I kind of did those, because there's a connection there between sales and marketing, obviously, naturally. And I showed some aptitude for that. The then director, Michael Buick, certainly was happy with the work that I've been doing. So when the job as marketing assistant came up, I interviewed, I got a job. And then there was a restructuring, as there often is, and I became marketing officer. And then my line manager left, and I was then promoted to marketing manager. And then I thought I've probably gone as far in this organisation as a man can possibly go in an organisation. And I jobbed up at Arlington Arts Centre, and so I took that. And now that's how I became the director of Arlington Arts. Diverging with the creative side of Newbury Youth Theatre, when I moved to Newbury in 2000, I then started doing the middle youth theatre in 2001, and my wife was doing senior youth theatre. And then I've kind of always helped out with the senior youth theatre. And then when myself and my wife started to have children, I started to do more with the senior youth theatre, kind of as much as she was. And then we started writing, and yeah, all that. It's kind of being around, really. I've done it. There are 4 members of staff at Arlington Arts, and between the 4 of us, we run all the live events, we run all the conferences, we do all of our own marketing, we do all of our own press and PR, we do all of our own design work, we manage our own website. Yeah, we do all of our stock ordering, everything involved in running a venue, as a conference venue and as a theatre, the four of us share out between us. So my role, then you've got a kind of broad picture of Arlington Arts, is to, so I'm in charge of the strategic vision. So when I first got into 2007, I wrote a 5-year plan, which now is coming to expire. So I'm currently writing a new 5-year plan for where we want to go, which is very exciting. I'm also in charge of all the live event bookings, so I decide who to bring in. That tends to be based on, I mean, it's got to be about making the money work because we have a deaf charity to look after. But it doesn't mean that we don't take cultural risks as well, because sometimes it's worth putting something on because it's just so good. So it's about balancing those things that have great cultural value and things which potentially have great financial value. I also am in charge of marketing, so I do all the liaising with the press. I also design adverts, design e-flyers, phone people, do mailing, stuff my own envelopes, yeah, all that stuff as well. Plus, because there's only 4 of us, we duty manage between us as well. So I will also do, as Kate and the guys here do, I'll duty manage events, live events, duty manage conferences. So today, before I came here, for instance, I was doing a lot of washing up because we had 100 people at a conference at Arlington Arts Centre. So I was doing a lot of loading of dishwashing, as well as booking bands and doing other things on the side. It's quite a varied role. As a director of the youth theatre, there are 3 of us really. There's Robin Strapp, who started the youth theatre 30 years ago. His role now is more as a producer. He organises the trip to Edinburgh, books the coach, sorts out the venue, and sorts out all the print and marketing and stuff, and liaises with the set designer and costume designers. Myself and my wife Amy share the artistic vision, so we choose what stories to tell. We don't tend to do plays, we tend to take stories that we then devise from. I'll do the majority of the writing, and then we share the directing, very much share. We have quite different ways of working, which actually has come together to form quite an exciting style of theatre, I think. And certainly one that's done well in the press and with audiences and stuff, so we're happy as we are.